Hello everyone and welcome back to HR Administ. My name is Swati and I'm back again with another interesting and informative video about the policy in demand these days, that is the work from home policy for employees. So in India, as we all know, there isn't any specific law mandating or restricting work from home policy. Companies can implement them based on employee job duties and business needs with clear guidelines and expectations. So as a part of business strategy, if your company is planning to implement complete work from home culture for a certain period of time, as the situation demands, you must look at the potential strategic impact from every angle. So this video will take you through the ins and outs of developing work from home policy for your organization and for your employees. So stay tuned and watch the video till end, because at the end of the video I'm going to share some ground rules to set the off-site culture policy for your organization and for the benefit of your employees. And if you are new to the channel, then I request you to please subscribe the channel so that you get connected with HR Administ and you get regular updates about every new upload on the channel. Here is a breakdown of key considerations for a work from home policy in India. Firstly, under legal framework, there are no specific regulations because India's legal system doesn't have laws specifically supporting or restricting work from home policy. Secondly, general labor laws regarding employment contracts, work hours and other conditions of employment still apply to remote workers. Thirdly, companies have the flexibility to implement work from home policy provided they are consistent with general labor laws. Next, if we talk about eligibility, the job role determines which roles are suitable for remote work based on job duties and the need for physical presence. Also consider requiring a minimum tenure and satisfactory performance record for eligibility. Under approval process, the employee should formally request to work from home either through email or some HRIS system, whatever the company is following. Secondly, requests should be made at least few days in advance to allow for proper planning and review. And under working hours and communication category, firstly define core working hours and ensure employees are available during those times. Secondly, establish clear communication channels and protocols for staying connected with employees. And third, employees should be available by phone, email or other designated communication platforms during working hours. Under equipments and infrastructure, first ensure employees have the necessary IT systems, software and equipment to perform their jobs effectively. Second, mandate a high-speed broadband internet connection at the employee's work location. And third, implement robust data security measures to protect the sensitive information. Now, under performance management category, conduct regular performance reviews to ensure productivity and address any issues. Second, set clear expectations for remote work performance and productivity. Under expenses, it is crucial to consider offering internet stipends or reimbursements for internet expenses and provide necessary equipment or offer stipends for ergonomic furniture. Let's now understand the purpose of work from home policy. The work from home policy isn't just about the comfort of working from one's own couch. In fact, the organization believes in ensuring that when their employees work from home, it benefits both the individual and the company. Through this policy, the organization aims to promote a balance between work and personal life and boost overall productivity levels. Though the policy is available for all the hardworking employees within the organization, there are some considerations, like each request to work from home is treated uniquely and is assessed individually. And secondly, the organization looks at various factors including specific job roles, historical performance and productivity indicators before approval. At the heart of this policy is a belief that providing flexibility can lead to greater productivity, job satisfaction and overall employee morale. It's about crafting a work environment that is both adaptive and considerate of individual needs. Here are three main types of work from home policy. So work from home options can be categorized on the basis of their durations. First one is occasional. This is for those frequent instances when an employee might need to work from home for a day or two. Second is temporary. This is a short term, perhaps spanning for few days or few weeks, and is often linked to specific projects or circumstances. third is permanent. Some roles might permit long-standing remote work, especially if the nature of the work doesn't require daily physical presence in the office. It is also important to note that the choice of arrangement is often discussed and decided at the time of interview stage. If any employee's remote work extends beyond the decided timeline, it's crucial for them to connect with their managers. This ensures everyone is aligned on expectations, objectives, and timelines. Now, when it comes to practical implementation of these arrangements, employees have a range of options. First, they can opt for working remotely full-time. Secondly, they can choose a hybrid model where they split their work a month between the office and remote location on predetermined days. And thirdly, some may prefer splitting their day, perhaps working mornings at home and afternoons in the office, offering continuous flexibility. The reason to opt for a work from home setup can be diverse. Employees often choose remote work to cater to parenting responsibilities, manage challenges presented by bad weather, address unexpected emergencies, attend to medical needs, maintain a healthier work-life balance, or simply mitigate the stress and time associated with a long day. We'll look to 6 major reasons for an employee to work from home. To truly integrate working from home as a part of your office culture, you must allow your employees to work from home for various reasons. This will help the employees know that you trust them and will push them to act with responsibility. So, supposingly if the employee is feeling under the weather or just recovered from an illness, working from home can help them heal faster. Furthermore, they can do this without requiring to take an entire day's leave. Secondly, young parents often have several responsibilities to manage. If the child falls sick or they have to be picked up from an event, parents often take a full day leave. Allowing employees to work from home gives them the option to manage their time better and complete the tasks required. Thirdly, employees often struggle to maintain their personal lives due to long working hours required from their jobs. Therefore, working from home gives them the opportunity to be around their loved ones while working. Next, when the weather is unsafe for employees to step out, they can work from their homes. This reduces the leave days and allows the company to be fully functional at the same time. Also, when work days require the entire day of attendance, however, certain appointments like doctor's appointment or dentist appointment or any other thing cannot be made for later in the day. Therefore, most employees are forced to take an entire days off when they must go for such appointments. However, working from home gives them the flexibility to simply work post or before the appointment. Also, other reasons, if there are personal problems that require an employee to work from home, they too can be discussed with the supervisor. Working from home can help solve those problems too. Here are a few benefits of work from home policy for company and employees. First benefit says that employees who work from home have proved to be more productive when compared to regular office-going employees. This happens majorly due to lack of distractions and the ability for the employee to control their environment. They even save money and time traveling. Without having to bustle with the crowds to reach the office gives them extra energy and time to be more productive. Secondly, employees who don't have to work from office feels to be more happy, and we all know if employee is happy, then there is no reason to affect the motivation level also. Thirdly, as we all know that office spaces are extremely expensive these days. So with co-working spaces, charging per employee, having employees working from their homes will cut some cost for the company. Even if your business doesn't run in a co-working space, several other costs add to office space like electricity, restroom equipments, travel perks, gaming perks, or management of premises, etc. Also, traveling is a long and tedious daily task for most employees. When your employee is required to travel from distant places to a specific location, it can be taxing task. It also requires employees to be aware of the time they must leave the office to be able to use public transport to reach their home on time. However, working from home gives them the ability to save all that time, money, and act as a morale booster. Therefore, employees wouldn't mind working for long hours while working from home. Next, with the help of technical resources available on internet these days, it is much easier to hire and assign tasks to remote employees when compared to a full-time office-going employee. Also, as I mentioned before, that employees are more happy while working from home and comfortable as well. So if the employee is happy, they will not think of quitting the job. Hence, the turnover ratio also improves a lot. Next benefit says that this is much relaxing option for your recruiters as well, as you will have the flexibility to hire candidates from any location. So working from home truly means from anywhere with no logistic issues. You can reach out to the employees best in their field. You can hire experts at a decent cost that truly suits your company better. Now, as we all know that happy employees are always loyal to the company, and offices these days are extremely noisy, some people find it more and more difficult to focus on work in such environment. When an employee works from the comfort of their home, they have the luxury of controlling their environment to fit according to their needs. Since the environment does not pose as a distraction, it helps employees to be more productive and happy. As I mentioned earlier also, that a major benefit of working from home is the flexibility for employees to manage their personal commitments along with the work. For example, new mothers can keep an eye on their children without having to take leave from the work. It allows employees to take care of their household without having to take a full day leave from work. Also, if you have employees working from different locations, irrespective of your official presence, it gives an added advantage to spread the company presence globally. Last and the most effective benefit according to me is that when a company allows an employee to work from home, that shows that the company trusts the employee. This sign of trust truly builds a connection between the employee with the company. With no traveling, the employee can repurpose that time into learning and taking care of their mental and emotional needs. This helps the employees to be more productive and stay with the company for long.
Have a look to drawbacks of having an off-site culture for your employees.
The first and the major drawback of off-site culture is that for many companies, especially the ones for whom remote work is altogether a new concept, in every organization there are employees. In fact, it is always advised not to have full faith on employees when it comes to confidential data. But thanks to the variety of softwares available on internet these days, utilizing which the companies can now rely on their confidential data to be shared with remote workers as well. Faced by many employers from their employees' end to when this work from home concept was new during the pandemic time was the connectivity issues. Luckily, this concern is sorted now, and all thanks to the internet services and networking tools available in the market with special add-ons to support the remote culture. Thirdly, communication and collaboration has always been a concern for the employers, and it is increased while having their maximum workforce working remotely. As the companies have employees working from different locations and different time zones, it becomes a challenge for the HR to collaborate and communicate with each other. Next, now with the current scenario, payments and logistics is not a drawback now because work from home is not something new now. Also, we have remote employees working full-time now. In earlier days and now also for the case of part-time remote job, this is a concern. It becomes difficult for employers to handle their logistics and payments on regular basis because earlier it was difficult to have the tracking of such cases. Next, as an obvious case, since the supervision and monitoring becomes difficult in remote work culture, productivity loss becomes the biggest barrier, and because of this reason only companies don't prefer to have 100% remote work culture. As we have our employees not working together physically present at one place at a time, it again becomes a drawback to have loss of employee visibility. This directly hampers the employee engagement and leads to increase in stress level of employees as they also feel isolated in this new culture of remote work. Now, when we have majority of our employees working from home, it actually becomes difficult for the managers to keep supervision on each individual, especially when we have the entire team working from different locations. And when communication is already a barrier, managers have tough time to supervise each individual member of their team. Lastly, this is always remains a challenging topic that whether to implement remote work 100% or not, because remote work culture is not possible to be implemented in all industries and for complete 100% workforce. In every company, there are certain jobs for which remote work is not suitable. Because of this concern only at the time of pandemic days, many people lost their jobs. Companies do not have the option to give work from home to such jobs, and they can't even keep such employees for longer time on their payrolls.
As I discussed at the starting of the video, now is the time to share some ground rules to set an off-site culture. So if you as an employer planning to set the remote work culture for the first time in your organization, then you must go through these list of 10 questions to clear before going ahead with the implementation.
The idea of implementing these kinds of solutions is not to micromanage people but to have a better overview of when and what are people working. In this way, you can more easily lead, inform, connect, give feedback, and manage teamwork in your company.
I hope now you are clear with the basics of work from home policy in India. If so, then I request you to please like and share this video and also drop your valuable feedback in the comment section. Not to forget, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon so that you never miss the updates about every new upload on this channel.